I'm going to do is welcome everyone to the annual meeting of the Northwood League of Women Voters of the Northwoods. Remind everyone that this meeting is being recorded. And just to run through, our League of Women Voters is nonpartisan, promoting informed voter participation and education. We also are on our diversity, equity, and inclusion in all of the decisions we make and all of the things that we do. So we make an effort to be inclusive and make sure that no one feels excluded. And finally, we want to acknowledge the Potawatomi, the Ho-Chunk, the Ojibwe, the Lac du Flambeau tribes, because we are practicing democracy on their tribal land. So thank you for that. We have done all of the voting and everything, so we are not going to be voting in person right here. I will be sharing with you the results of what we have, but everyone has had the opportunity to go. They received the ballots and all the documents, so I'm just going to go over a little bit. The first thing we need to do is the just approve the minutes for the last meeting, and I've got to share my screen. Okay. Let's see if this will work. And is that up there? Can you see it? All right. Yeah, right. All right. So the thing is that it was mailed to you. Oh, well, that we don't want to do. It was mailed. So I just, basically need a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting. Okay. Anyone opposed? Okay. Then the motion passes with the meeting minutes are approved. That's on to the next thing. Here is our slate of officers. And I want to say thank you. We've had 3 people go off the board this year. Cheryl Hobbs has cycled off the board after long and faithful service, but she's going to continue to remain active. Karen Randolph has been our treasurer for many years, and we are grateful to her. Oh, heavens. Karen, we've got some bright lights shining there behind your head, Karen. Oh. And we want to say thank you so much to her for all of her wonderful service and contributions and wisdom. Belinda Holoben is going to, has taken on, agreed to be treasurer. So she is joining the board. And thank you. Deb Derschlag retired from the board sort of midterm. And Jane Banning is filling that director position. So she's coming on. Thank you. We still have one appointed position that the board can appoint at some point, and we will be talking about that in the fall as to how we want to handle that and if we want to appoint another director. If anyone is interested, let me know. And so there is that. So, and Pam Taylor is coming on as vice president. Thank you. Cheryl Hobbs had been vice president. We also realized we had some succession issues that were causing some gaps. And to make sure that we didn't have too much of the board turn over at the same time, and to make sure that we had an orderly succession for people in the pipeline for president and vice president and so on, we had to change the terms, and so the bylaws we had to amend. But first, this is the slate, and it has been voted on and approved by 35 of our members. And so the slate has passed. So I just need to, I don't know if we need to accept this formally or not. Anybody, any thoughts? Dorothy, I don't know. Did we have to do this last year? Okay. So let's make a motion to accept the slate of the nominated committee as elected.
I so move.
Thank you. Someone second? I need a second. Okay. So second, the motion has been seconded and we are going to accept by acclamation. So there it is. And thank you all for participating. This is the first time we've done an electronic ballot. And it was an interesting way to do it. And I want to thank Petra, who is not here, for really helping set up so that you could see pictures when you voted and the whole thing. So the next thing we have to do is the approval of the bylaws. And I'm not pulling the bylaws up here. We did vote to approve them. The changes, the majority of the changes that were made in the bylaws were changes that were required by the state league to have to do with the legality of virtual meetings. So that was some of the wording that was put in there. And then we did change the terms for the slate of officers, and that was the other thing that was put in there. Those bylaws were also approved. The changes were approved. So again, let's just have a motion to accept the vote on the change of bylaws. Thank you. And I'm sorry, I need your name. Was it Joan? Oh, okay, Joan Howard and Richard Gazelle. Thank you. Because our secretary is not here either. She's going to be taking notes from the video. So, okay, so there is that. And then the last thing is our, yeah, all right. All in favor? Okay.
Aye.
Okay. So the motion is, anyone opposed? Nay. Thank you. The motion is approved. I'm sorry, this is so weird to be doing this virtually and in person. It's
Jane,
actually,
you're doing a great job.
thank you. It's really a good thing, and I hope we can continue to do this, you know, but it's strange. So the last thing is our budget. Belinda, do you have anything you want to say about the budget? All right, why don't you come on up here?
I wanted to also acknowledge Karen Randolph's work on the budget and being treasurer for so many years. Outstanding person, and it's very hard for me to be in this room where I took yoga lessons for a long, long time. The budget was prepared by the budget committee, as it should be, which this year consisted of Karen and Sarah Olson, who I'd really like to shout out. She is our technological person, and myself. It looks a little different than in the past, and the difference lies in the income. What we wanted to do is we wanted to be really upfront with the fact that we should have a balanced budget, and to have a balanced budget with our projected expenses, we will perhaps need to draw from our checking account. And I've put the number there, $4,896. I really don't expect there to be that much of a draw from the checking account, because looking through history, and I've really only worked on this a little while, but looking through history, we don't spend what we budget. Last year, the last 2 years were different because of COVID. And so it's hard to use that as history. But I did look, and in every single category last year, We underspent except for two places, and the first place would be in advertising under educational activity voter service. But that advertising budget that was over, there's other places that voter services did not spend money. So it all balances. It's a bottom line budget. And that's what's important. The other place that that overspent was post office box, $28 raise in fee. So we were really true to the budget and underspent it. And we really have a lot of money in our checking account. And we want to think about that. Should money sit in a checking account? Should money be used? You always want to have enough backup, but you want to also have a sustainable budget and spend the money that you have. So this budget was prepared in June. There is a little update. I decided not to print a new budget because I wanted our audience at home, hi Karen, and everyone else to have the same paper in front of them. So the only change from June to the close of the year was our Zoom subscription for $158.15. That brings our expenses to $7,081.98. Our checking account balance is $10,868.69. Still, well cushioned for the next year. The just format's a little different. Last year I was on the budget committee, we did put forth a balanced budget, but we did it by at the bottom showing this money that we were expecting to be in the deficit. We use little parentheses at the very bottom. Because the amount was so large this year, I'm moving us to a format where we see it up front and the possibility of where we might be over budget and needing to draw from the checking account. Oh, sure.
Yeah, I think you can scroll down. Here, you can-
I can use a mouse or I can use this pad, okay, so last time we used right here the 460. I'll hit the plus. Whew. All right, now move it up. Okay, so last year we thought we'd be overspend $435. We showed that with the parentheses at the bottom. But I like the expenses to equal the revenue on a budget. I just like the look of that and the feel of that. And I'm not worried about it, not saying gloom and doom, but I did want to put everything forth for you. And I'd be real happy to respond to questions. You're welcome. Thanks for your approval. That's what I'm saying. One place that we have increased our expenses is thanks to the help of our newly formed tech team. We are really being more present on social media, or we've had several, we've opened several different like Twitter accounts and things like that. And we've also started using a project management tool called ClickUp, which is we're gradually transitioning into getting comfortable with it. And there's charges for all of those things. So it's important, and I'm glad that we can have it. And there's a charge for the Zoom subscription, So, again, we voted and we approved the budget on our vote, but let's just have a call to approve the vote. So, a motion to approve the vote that approved the budget. Okay, and that's okay. And Pam, thank you. And who seconds?
I'll second.
Who was that? Oh,
Karen.
Oh, Karen and Sue Dirksen. Okay. All right. So all in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, so that's really pretty much the business portion. Karen has an announcement from the membership committee. So I will going to stop sharing this screen, and there we go. Karen, do you want to make your announcement,
Yeah,
please?
I actually have two announcements. First of all, the membership committee is going to be sending out a interest inventory survey, and it will be online. And this will be in early August, and we would appreciate if you would complete that survey. This is to find out what you might be interested in working on, what committees you might be interested in serving on, and also what topics you'd be interested in hearing. So that'll be in early August. Please complete that survey. If you're not able to complete the online survey, you may contact me at mkitze@newnorth.net. The second announcement I have is from the program committee. We are so excited for our August 10th meeting. It's an update on redistricting, and you will receive an email invitation shortly from Sarah Olson. We are having Matt Rothschild come up from Madison. He's the director of the Wisconsin Democracy Campaign, and also Hans Breitmoser, who is a member of the Lincoln County Board. And he was instrumental in getting the Lincoln County Board to adopt a Fair Maps resolution. And he's helped build a statewide campaign to support nonpartisan redistricting. So the two of them are going to present. It's going to be in person at the Buddhagen Center in Tomahawk, which is a large meeting space. So we're going to be able to social distance 6 feet apart. It's a huge space. And we encourage all of you to attend and bring friends.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thanks for all the work that the program committee does, because it's been hugely helpful and entertaining educational during lockdown. And we've been able, because of Zoom, and I'm hoping we'll work out a way to Zoom that meeting so that people can be part of that too. So thank you very much. Any questions or anything, announcements that anybody here would like to make? Pam.
Anyway, their annual last year fundraiser raise money for scholarship play, and it's going to be we have July 19th. Saturday, century. $3 a piece. Fiction, a lot of the latest stuff, but spread the word.
Pam, that's next week? Okay. Okay.
This,
On the 21st.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
8 to 5. And then it'll be on Friday night. Definitely the deal of the century. And there is a on Friday there's going to be an authors event, 10:30 in the morning. This book was written and published in children's book. They have a reading, so it's a great opportunity to bring your grandkids or your kids or whoever, and it's for sale. And also I got an author, and percentage from each book. And I think the children's book all about gardening. I think that the seed Brownie pool.
Great, thank you. So I think we've concluded the business portion of our meeting. And thanks everybody who helped set this up, make it happen. And we're going to close the Zoom portion and get back to eating and greeting and having a good time. Thank you.